Guys, it is Warpaint56 here for the third episode of Factions Tech, and today I'm going to do like a probably 15-20 minute summary, maybe less depending on how quick I get this done, video on how to build a decent, you know, I'm not going to say unrateable, probably far from unrateable, but it's going to get you by on most servers, type of a vault. And this, just to make a few things clear, this would be the type of vault that you claim, and it's not going to be one of those underground ones that you just don't claim and hope no one finds you. This is one that you'd claim. In the first bit of the video, I'm gonna use actual underground stuff for the building of the vault. The second bit of the video is probably gonna go to a flat world to where I can show you just to tell you kind of what to do with the walls, because it'd be a pain in the ass to clear out all the area I would need for this video's walls. Anyway, first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna find yourself an area. Make sure you're within one chunk. I can't tell. I'm not even sure if I'm in one chunk on here. I'm not even gonna figure it out. But anyway, you make sure you're within one chunk, and I dug I think a 10 by 10 area out. And then after that, once you get your 10 by 10 area dug out, you make your first decision. Is do you want to use the bedrock under you to your advantage or not? In this one, I'm gonna say we're gonna use it and to use it to our advantage to hold more chests and have some secret chests or something like that. But if you choose not to do the bedrock, have some chests down in here, then what you do is you'll just follow these first couple steps real quick and then I'll explain. Okay, so your first steps, you're gonna get obsidian. You're gonna put it on your outside layer area. Hold on, and make sure you just need to fill the area up. Like you need to make sure there's not there's not a block. We can get that. Make sure there's not a block on the outer ring that does not have obsidian filling it, or not a space that there's not obsidian filling. This will help with servers that have the ender pearl glitchers, and just basically make sure it's basically making sure they can't get under you. This will help with the servers that have the ender pearl glitchers, and people, and in some servers like the one I play on, Mineverse, that have slash jump if you're a donor. And slash jumps is no fun if you don't. If people can slash jump right in, it's just no fun. So you gotta account for that a lot of the time. Let me finish this up real quick, and I'll just keep rambling on why I do. But it is important that you make sure this outer layer has no way of getting up under your base, or you might just be screwing this whole effort. I might miss a few holes in this video, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna just go crazy about it. But you really do want to make sure that no one can get can get ender pearl glitch or slash jump or whatever the server's circumstances are. It's just a safety thing. I think that's all. If I see any more, I'll fill them in later. Now at this point, if you're not going to do the little bedrock thing under that I'm about to do, then you just want to start filling your floor in with obsidian like this, and then you'll wait a minute. But for this one, okay, I'm going to build the walls. We're just going to build the walls. If you build them all along the wall, keep a way to get out of this, by the way, when you're building this, keep a way to get out, because you're going to have to build your walls, but like I said, I'm not going to do that on camera, or not going to do that down here. I'm going to go to the flat world and build it outside a little vault that I got set up that will be similar to this one, because like I said, it just takes too long. But anyway, while I'll do this, I'll talk about some other things. Minecraft, or Factions episode 15 will be out soon, I want to say. Just if we did, anyone that does watch them, it'll be out the 10th or the 11th, probably 10th of February. I think that's the month we're in anyway. And then there probably won't be another Factions video till the weekend, but we'll probably have two or three. We'll have a good amount of these videos, Factions Tech, coming in. Hopefully by this weekend, the Mineverse will have its crap figured out, and we'll be able to PvP without having any issues of not being able to get gapples. Hopefully, creeper eggs will be working again. Hopefully, the shops will be working again. There's just a whole horde of things broken. It's horrible. Anyway, back to building. Okay, I've got this on. So I built this thing from where the floor would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the fifth one, I'm going to put my roof. Keep in mind, you are going to water the outside of this. Just a heads up. You're going to want to water the outside of this. Or once again, this is kind of all in vain. I don't do small vaults like this often. You'll probably see something like it for our next base, like once me and John and Seth do refaction together. We're going for a little while without a break for a break. We're not in the same faction. We're all three split for a little while, but that's just gonna be maybe a month or two. I don't know. We're still allied, not too big of a deal. Okay. Then what I would do is I'm gonna go ahead and just, you don't have to do this, you don't have to fill the other stuff down here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna fill the outer layer where the chests are gonna be. All to the where the actual floor would be. And this is just so you have, I don't know, I don't even know why I'm doing this. It just seems logical. If you leave a comment if you just make sure you make, if you leave a comment about if you make your decisions, just if it feels right. You don't actually have a reason, but I'd like to hear about it. Do you just make your decisions because, what the fuck? I do a lot of things, especially when raiding. That's like the best way to raid is just, you know what? Why the hell not? Let's just try it. Anyway, trying new things is great. So you're going to put, what I do is, like I said, I put the 5 things. So that gives you a 4 space. And you can put chest all around like this. If you want to be have it safer. If they don't have creeper eggs on your server, if you want to have safe chests, do this. But this is just for the sake of, say there's no creeper eggs and you have to blow, If it's one of those servers that makes it hard, then this is fine. But if it's one of those servers that has creeper eggs and stuff like that, you might wanna put some blocks above it. And maybe try to water it. But this is, like I said, this is more for the having issues getting into your base and blowing crap up type of server. Okay, then, you get your crafting tables, your furnaces, ender chests, anvils, this is stuff you like to have. I usually put 2 or 3 ender chests in my base. A couple of anvils. Not a huge deal if you don't have them. And then on this 2 spot, fill it up with crafting tables. I'll get rid of that anvil and put a crafting table there. Well, crafting tables, those are furnaces. Gosh, it's too late at night. Anyway, so you got your outer stuff. Something to do just to make sure you don't have mobs spawning is, and make it maybe make it look a little bit prettier. Is to get your glowstone. If you're able to get it. If not, you really should. It's really kind of cool. I like it. It's nice, isn't it? Then, just fill in all these spaces here. Kind of decorates the base. And make sure no monsters are going to spawn and kill you while you go AFK. Speaking of AFK, the next video will probably be stuff to the effect of AFK machines and AFK, just unraidable chests and stuff. But that's for the next video. Now I got this all done. If you went with the obsidian, if you went ahead and built your floor, you're pretty much done for this step. If you didn't, what I would do is, if you kept your floor like this, like, okay, here's a really good spot right down in here. If I can get down to it, keep a chest right there. You could, you keep one down there. Keep here. If you get a trap chest, here, hold on. I'll find it real quick. You get a trap chest. You can put one here. Hell, you could even put one right on top of these. Possibilities are endless. You could fill this area. You could have, you have some singles here. You have some singles here. Probably only that one on top. Can you get? Okay, yeah. I just put like a single there. Single there. Actually, let's not. Let's put a double there. Just fill in all the random spaces with chest. And then what you can do is either cover it with like a block that you can break real easily, like probably something to the effect of sands. Probably. Sand's not a great floor material, but just cover it with sands. And you know where the chests are. You're in your base, filling stuff up. Hey, I want to get in my chest. Boom, boom. You break it, you got your chest. Anyway, or whatever floor block. Or you could use your carpet things, or you could just leave it like this. If you're not even trying to hide them and you're really confident in your claims, just leave it like this. If you're doing that, you can go ahead and add more chests. Like, boom. Look at all these chests you can fit in here. Like, that's great. It's so much more space, right? And this is a good idea if you really raid a lot to effective like us when we're really going at it. We might get 3 or 4 raids in a 2-hour span. And you have so much more chest room. It's so nice, isn't it? Wouldn't it be? Anyway, I think that's enough. You can decorate how. It doesn't even matter how you do the inside of your base. It's just ways. Number 1 rule is make sure you have your walls And then you have your obsidian. And then down, like I said, on the bedrock, make sure there's no way on the sides that people can just get under your base. Okay, now to the next area for your. This is going to be a real quick and simple thing. Okay, here's your thing. Let me dig down a little bit. Let me break this crap out of the way. Take just a minute. While I'm doing this, I'll ramble some more. One of the reasons we don't always get videos out, I'm just gonna put it close down there, it doesn't matter. One of the reasons we don't always get videos out often is because our internet usage is crap. We run out of our usage plan real quick, in like usually less than 15 days. That's changing. We're gonna be getting unlimited internet. It's gonna be great. I'll be able to play when I wish, with no hassle. So we'll be getting more videos out then, and I'll be posting a lot. We'll probably go post crazy. Might have 2 episodes a day. I don't even know. Depends how things go, you know. Okay, now we got this. What I want to do is, let me get it. Get a water bucket and some slabs. Or lava, you know? Hell, I'll do this in lava. Lava makes things difficult. Lava not only kills people that don't have good armor, but it makes things difficult. You know, they have to have like a fire resistance or a gapple. But anyway, you're going to put your slabs at the very bottom. And the reason you're doing this is so when someone tries to hybrid you, it'll break the sand. It's really nice, especially if they don't realize the slabs are there and they just keep firing TNT hoping it'll work. This can be beaten, but it's in the world now, and the cannons now, most servers, it's probably pretty easily beaten. But it's just another thing to help you. Then you want to cover your roof in like water or lava or whichever you chose. Here I'm doing lava because lava is just it's the better defender. Especially on servers that aren't op. Having lava around your base. It could just, having lava over water could be the difference in getting raided a lot of times, in my opinion. So if my opinion matters, listen. Does that fill it up now? Lava sucks. Like water so much more, it fills in bases so much quicker. That's why we use lava on a lot of our bigger bases. It's just so much quicker. I have a horrible rambling problem, don't I? But anyway, back to the point. Like I said, lava kills, especially on non-op servers. Other than mine, like the one we play on, it's pretty op, so this wouldn't make a huge difference. It'd just be a pain in the ass because it blocks vision and stuff like that. Okay, so then you got that, and then you just want to keep repeating your wall. You know, you just want to. Here, I'll break all the way. I'll do one more layer just so I can exhibit what you should do. Okay, I think there were some guys on Mineverse who was, some of our allies and then his allies. They were they were some of the better guys in the server for sure. And they were raiding this base. We don't have dispensers, by the way. That makes it pretty hard to raid bases like this if you don't have dispenser cannons. But anyway, we were raiding. They would probably been at it for 6 or 7 hours. They still didn't get in. It was like a 7-wall thing. It had 7 walls in this similar format to this. They just kept on building layer by layer by layer by layer. And it kept out 10 or 15 guys for so long. I don't even think they probably still aren't even into this day. Maybe that just shows you small. And this vault isn't very big, but if you claim it right and you have put the time in to get walls, you will be rewarded. If you play on Mineverse, it's probably best just to keep your armor in a vault. You know, your armor, your gapples, and then just sell everything else that you can. Auction off your enchanting bottles or use them, or let's see, or your diamond blocks. Just sell everything that you can. Put the money in your balance, or in armor, or something you need, or in obsidian and stuff like that. Use it. Put more money into things that can't be stolen. Okay, so I'm gonna get my obsidian back out. I'm just gonna pretend this grass and stuff's obsidian. Oh man, crap! I'm lagging a little bit. You're gonna wrap it all the way around the base. I'll do something in a minute. You're gonna wrap it all the way around the base. This is gonna be close to that 15-20 minutes I said. Dang, it's already at 14 minutes, 15 seconds. Anyway, I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I'll just cut this shit out of here, so I don't have to ramble. As I've said in the last 2 videos, if you want to see something built, or if you want to know how to do something, just ideas, or just hint tips, factions tips, rating tips, post in the comments. I'll do a video about it. I'd rather be doing what you guys want than just making shit up, because honestly, just making shit up kind of sucks. The first few episodes, like those cannons, Those cannons are pretty badass. They're far from the best, but they are pretty badass, aren't they? Okay, I can finally start almost getting done. Last layer, then we put the roof on, and then I can just tell you to repeat. So on each layer, you just basically will repeat each wall. You know, put a space. You know, fill your water, and the next block area is your next wall. And you'll slab it down, you'll water it, or lava it, or however you feel. You know, the good thing about this base design is you can switch from water to lava pretty quickly. It won't interfere with anything. Place all this. There's a lot of rambling, but I mean, I probably should have just built like a cutaway base and explained it, kind of like the can. I felt like the last episode went really well. Like this one's just a horrible amount of rambling. But anyway, okay. So once you got this, you're one block above the source. Hold on. I would put this stuff in the corners here. Just fill it. Make sure once they get in, there's no like. A lot of times it'll just be like a one block hole they'll pearl in. Just make sure there's no air or no safe spot for them to get in. There's no way. I guess you don't suffocate and drown in lava. But and then you add your roof. And hopefully in the process you won't disturb any of your source blocks. God, this is a pain in the ass to build a small little thing. Imagine when we were building our last couple bases that were huge. Like when we had Adam. Adam, if anyone ever remembers him, if we ever mention him in our videos, even if we haven't, he was probably the fastest wall builder I've ever seen. I've played Minecraft for 2 or 3 years. It was insane. Like he'd be double. Like we'd be like, where's that wall over there? We'd be at the height of that wall. He'd be way up there. It'd be insane. Gosh, this is taking so long. I'm rambling about old faction members, and then he went inactive, so it kind of sucks. We got raided a lot, and it kind of blew to be on our faction at that point. But anyway, almost done. We are close. We are at 17 minutes, and just finishing up real quick here. Okay, now that you got your outer shell, or your second shell, once again, cover the roof in lava. Make sure the sides. Make sure it's all pouring down on top of your dispenser. I just caught a bat on fire with a lava bucket. Can you say you've done that? No, you can't. Anyway, place it all up on here. Cover roof with lava. I'm not going to make sure it's every perfect source. Just make sure it's cut. It doesn't even honestly have to be source covered, especially if this is an inner layer. Most people aren't going to approach this from the top. If they do, then well, if someone grades this from the top, especially if you've added 4 or 5 layers, then they're fucking insane. Okay? Someone check them into the nearest mental hospital. They're taking long. Okay, so basically, that's all it is. Just, you add 4 or 5 layers on top of this, it'll repel player after player after player. Unless I had dispenser cannons, which really you have to be careful about them, because those things can get. I bet this cannon here would probably get ripped right through this base. Well, unless you had enough claims in defense. Anyway, enough rambling. Number one things you need to do, like I said, make sure your obsidian's all the way around the bottom. Make sure they can't get under your base. Slabs really slow things down. Lava really helps kill, like on op servers, it'll kill people, hurt them, annoy them, and on servers that it doesn't matter if the lava's there on damage wise, it'll just bug them because it hurts their visibility. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, sub, comment what you'd like to see, share with your friends, your faction, your family, or if your family is your friends and your faction. Comment that too. That's another thing you should comment. Do you play with your friends? Do you play with your family? Or are you just by yourself? Or with your faction? Anyway, enough rambling. Thanks for watching. Warpaint out.